Oh, this is a good one. You know, for those of you wondering, anytime you send a YouTuber some kind of hate comment on their channel, uh, chances are, especially if you use vulgar language and call people names, if your comment got posted, it means that that YouTuber got a notification that there was a comment being held for review. They looked over your comment and they approved it. That is why it is up on the channel. That is why you're able to read it. So here's an example. This dude's complaining. He's butthurt about a brand. Spent bottom dollar on that glass. I only thought you were a mild jackass from your first video that I saw, but this changes everything. Why are you pretending to be a gun tuber? I too run a budget, but Monstrum's absolute garbage. No, bro. Monstrum 5 years ago could have been absolute garbage as far as I can tell, but no, not right now. Not with the good stuff that they're coming out with. A brand is only as good as the products they release that year. If you notice, I'm only talking about Monstrum's newest stuff, like their G3 optics, their solid throwaway scopes. The Panzer 1 through 10x first focal point. That is a solid throwaway scope, yo. That scope will get it done. And for $209, it even comes with ED glass. Do you know what ED glass is? ED glass is a big reason why Japanese glass and Japanese optics cost $3, $4, $5,000. And, 5, 6, 7 years ago, that was just the case. Well, now China is making, they have ED glass as well. Is it as good as the Japanese ED glass? No, but it's comparable. And you can get it for an actual fair price. So I'm sorry, but your $5,000 optic from 5 years ago is not a $5,000 optic today. That's just how the market works. On top of that, like if you are dropping 5 grand right now, you better be getting some thermal or some night vision or something like that that's going to give you an added ability, just in my personal opinion. We can talk about scopes and glass all day. I've shot $3,000 scopes and I've looked at a bunch of multi-thousand-dollar scopes. Just because I haven't bought one, uh, I mean that's why I haven't bought one. Just to be perfectly honest with you, I don't see a big enough difference with what we have in the current market. Okay, let me make this clear. I fully understand that I could spend 20 times more and get 3% more of an upgrade. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. If anything, I am happy with a throwaway scope that I can beat up. And hey, if something happens and I actually have to use my rifle, well, my $209 scope can sit in the evidence locker and I'm not really going to cry about it. I'm going to go to my workbench and I'm just going to pull another one of those scopes out and mount it on another rifle of mine. They work great. I haven't had an issue with mine. I mean, you see this scope mounted on a 308, right? It's on a 308 rifle. Like if this was a really crappy built scope, like you're trying to say it is, it wouldn't be on my rifle. At this point, it would have just broke, right? By your logic and by how terrible this brand is, that's so terrible it's actually hurting your feelings. This scope should be just falling off of my rifle right now. And it's not. I'm probably going to order another one of them. So just to have, just to keep around. Um, Here's the thing, too. What do I think? I'm a gun tuber. I'm just trying to address this dude's comment here. I'm not a gun tuber. That would mean that people would be able to, send me shit to review and pretty much buy my opinion. I'm not a gun tuber. I don't do this for income. This is not my job. Like, I'm giving my time away for free by just making these reviews and sharing what I'm doing. This is just a hobby channel of mine. Nobody is paying me to sell you a damn thing. I'm not even here to sell you anything. I don't care what you buy. I am just posting what I'm doing in my hobbies. That's all there is to it. From the video games that I play to the rifles that I make. I'm never telling anybody else to do this. I'm just showing what I'm doing. If somebody else wants to do something similar, they can at least maybe learn from some of my mistakes along the way or just some of my experiences. That is all I'm willing, like, that's all I can give you. I don't even have time to edit my videos. Like, have you even noticed that? Like, I'm already giving away so much of my time for free. I have an actual career. I don't have to sit here and try to beg people for money online and try to get bullshit endorsement deals. That is not why I'm here. So this whole gun tuber thing, you are just wrong, bro. I have an actual career. I'm typically busy doing that. And when I have a second, I cut out to try to record a hobby video to put up on my channel. Let's see. What's next? I do run on a budget, but Monstrum's absolute garbage. Man, maybe 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago or whenever, like I said, I don't have any of their stuff from that long ago. Let's see. You with your piss attitude about them being great. How can you have a piss attitude about something being great, dude? That just doesn't even make sense. All right, I think they are one of the few brands that is selling things at a fair price. A lot of people have no problem with Primary Arms. Maybe that's what this dude's problem is, because I have compared some Primary Arms to Monstrum stuff, and I will take the Monstrum stuff. I'm getting more features, more magnification for less money. Primary Arms has been jacking their prices up over the past year or two. And I'm not the only one that notices that. Like, Primary Arms came out with their Japanese glass for $1,500 scope. Cool, but the other thing they did is take all their lower lines and they increased the price on them. So even right now, a $200 Monstrum Panzer will cost you about $500 from Primary Arms. That's just what they're going to want for around the same thing. And I guess Primary Arms feels like they have that strong brand name now and they can charge more. It is what it is. I have reviewed Primary Arms optics that cost much more than some of the Monstrum stuff I have, the new stuff, and that is why the Monstrum stuff made it on my guns. Like, it wasn't just me. I've had a couple people look at different optics, and most of the people chose the Monstrum. It just had a better eye box. It just looked better, right? They had no idea how much anything costs, and they had no idea what these name brands were and which one was a more reputable brand or not. So I don't think I'm being crazy here. I feel like I would be lying to you if I went the other way with it. So let's see. So are you with your piss attitude about them being great. You are just another jackass gun owner and that's an annoyance to everyone else at the range. Okay, and this is great. Like the type of asshole running an aggressive break on a 16-inch 308 trying to mag dump a drum at the indoor range and gets pissy when the range officer tells you not to. The only reason I even said anything about it was because I went in there and told them exactly what I was going to do. I asked them, there was only a couple people at the range anyway. I asked them to put me far away because I told them I was going to be making a YouTube recording. And like I told them all of this was going to happen. That is the only reason why I said anything at all. And yeah, I didn't put together a 16-inch 308 rifle with an aggressive break on it. That is how the rifle came. I don't know what else I can do about it. I went in there, I talked to them, I was as cool about everything as I could be, and I gave them as much warning as possible. So, I don't know what he's mad about that. It looks like he's really just mad about the whole Monstrum thing. I replied to him, imagine having your feelings hurt by a brand. And yeah, he got back to me today. Imagine being so arrogant that you ignored my statement about your range antics and reported me for having the comment removed. Must have hut a nerve. Okay, kiddo, listen. If you honestly think I took time out of my day to report you somehow, first of all, I don't even know how to report somebody on here. Nothing on here is that freaking serious to me. I mean, this guy's some keyboard faceless warrior on the other side of the world somewhere just talking shit through a keyboard. Could be a 14-year-old kid. I don't even know. Point being is, I have never reported anybody on here, you know, and for your hate troll comment to get up here anyway, I had to approve all of this to put this on here so we could even like discuss. And this is pretty much what I told him. I've never reported anybody about anything, and I'm the one that posted your troll comment so we could discuss it. So yeah, somebody else must have reported you. Who else did you piss off? With people like this, who knows how many different people this guy is arguing with? He could be arguing with 10 other people. Maybe one of them reported him and actually knows how to go in there and report people. I'm not going to break a sweat over no petty ass shit like this. Like, I think this is funny. Like, and honestly, I've been saying it in my other comments. These little trolls, they grow the channel. That is why I will let your hate comment on there. I'll even respond to you because that hits up the algorithm. As a result, the videos get shared more and I get more subs out of it. I will gladly post some kind of hate comment about me if I get 100 subs over it. Cool. That's one person that hates me and 100 people that love me. That's the way that I see it. So yeah, no, dude, nobody is reporting you. Not anybody from over here. I'm pretty sure if I had done all that, I don't even think you would be able to leave this comment on my page. Right? Like, you wouldn't even been able to leave this. So you need to think about that. Somebody else reported you, probably for something else, because you probably talk so much shit to so many people. And why wouldn't you? I mean, dude, you are literally upset over a name brand, right? And real talk, man, you could just, if you really hate Monstrum so much, you could make videos telling everybody exactly why they suck so much. Nobody's going to believe you unless you actually have one to show and make a video about, and maybe have it to compare to other things like I've done. So you might want to go get one and make some hate videos over it. The reason I say that is because I'm actually fairly certain that if this kid right here, I was going to try to read his name, but I can't see it. It's too small on the screen. If this kid right here actually got a Panzer 1 through 10X, first focal point, scope in his hands, and, you know, had the price tag in front of him, $209, I think he'd be taking this comment back. Look, it's real easy to judge pictures on the internet. That's what this kid's doing. I don't think he has any real firsthand experience with any of the Monstrum scopes that I've shown on my channel, because they're all the new stuff that Monstrum's been making in the past year or two. So, you know, there's that. We're also dealing with a person that literally just started attacking me because of a certain name brand of scope that I put on a rifle. By the way, too, most of my builds are test builds. Like, I am testing these scopes out and I'm doing reviews on them. Why would I review an EOTech? There's already 30,000 effing reviews of the damn thing. Nobody wants to see that. It's been reviewed to death. They're also like $1,800. I could damn near score a thermal for that. I'm going to be more crafty with my purchases. I'm going to pick up things that I think people would be interested in seeing, because they might actually have a chance at buying that thing and doing something with it, because it's not $18,000. Like, so I think that for most people that aren't like gun nuts, and this isn't like some kind of crazy addiction to them, instead of worrying about all the little features in a $20,000 EOTech, they're going to be more worried about, like, that's cool, but can I put a $200 scope on there? Will that work? Because I have better shit to spend my money on. Like, I just need something capable, something to defend my family. I don't need to put $40,000 into this. Like, yeah, cool, EOTech. I'm sure the $4,000 optic works great. Holographic sounds awesome. Can we get like a $300 optic that will do this? And the answer is like, yes, you can. It's not going to be as good as an EOTech, you know, but you're also not paying for an EOTech. those are the things that I'm going to review, and I have to test them in order to review them. So yeah, I'm going to strap this shit up to a rail on a 308, and I'm going to go shoot the piss out of it. It's part of the reason why my test rifle is loaded up with so much shit on the rail. I'm testing all that stuff. I'm running 308 recoil through it. That will give me a pretty darn good idea of how well that stuff holds up. So, there's really nothing to be mad about, folks, right? If the Monstrum scope breaks next week, you guys are going to hear all about it, and then I will replace it with a different scope, and we'll start testing all over. And when it's all said and done, hopefully I can find something that works very well for me, something that has passed all of the tests that I want it to pass, and that's all that I'm looking for. The Monstrum Panzer is just a starting point, right? And I never said it was the best scope in the world. I just said it was probably the best throwaway scope that you could get right now. It is good enough to do everything that you want a scope to do without being a $3,000 scope. I think that's pretty freaking awesome, and it speaks for itself. And the fact that they've added ED glass in the mix, I'm all about that shit because I can really see the clarity. And like I said, I've looked through a couple few $1,000 scopes, and I'm seeing the same kind of clarity. So, I'm sticking with my Panzer for now. I've even done Sub-Zero testing on it, right? Like if you actually watch some of my videos, you would see why I have this thing, because I've actually been doing, testing on it, and it's been doing great. So for you to just come out here and say, no, it sucks ass because it just sucks ass, like you can't even give me any solid reasons on any of this. You might be a 14-year-old kid. Hey, this is why I don't take any of this shit seriously. I don't know who these people are. Look, I loved your hate comment. I actually put a little heart on it. And look, your other comment talking shit to me. I love that too. Thank you. You are helping my channel grow. But to answer your question, no, I didn't block and report you, or you wouldn't be here right now. This comment probably wouldn't be here right now. So use some common sense. Right? And yeah, everybody else that was just here to enjoy a free good laugh. Maybe you learned something about how YouTube channels work, right? If your comments aren't showing up, maybe the algorithm's just taking them out because you're using really bad words and really bad language. I don't know. But typically it does all pop up in the studio and we have to okay it, right? So I don't know how to report people. And here's the other thing too. With the way that all this crap works, I highly doubt it would tell you who reported you. That's why I think this dude's just guessing. I mean, who knows how many other people he pissed off, but I don't know. I think I've been reported before for arguing. You know what? You know what? Quick story time. I got reported because there was a video that showed this Nazi woman, and it talked about how she killed a bunch of people, and I called her a bitch and a couple of other things, and rightfully so. I'll stand by that. And then I got reported for that. So I've been reported for cyberbullying a Nazi, okay? And it didn't tell me who reported me. It just said, you're locked out of comments or whatever for the next 24 hours. I'm assuming that's what this kid is talking about. But then at the same time, he had no problem leaving this comment, so I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that I've never reported anybody for anything. I don't get down like that. This is all absolutely hilarious to me, though. Later, everybody. Keep the hate coming. I love it. Thank you.